If you're a fake Christian, there's going to be hypocrisy in your life. There's what I do for people to see, and then there's what I do what people don't see. And usually they're good enough at pretending that it takes quite a while to see what the secret stuff, but yeah, it's usually the family that sees. It's hard to be a hypocrite 24/7. You're usually a hypocrite on Sundays. And then at work, you're who you are. Or you're a hypocrite on Sundays and at work, but at home, you are who you are. But there's always a pretending. Now, many Christians don't quite understand this, that there's lots of people who claim to be Christians and they're not Christians. Some of them are self-deceived, and some of them are doing it deliberately. So a self-deceived person is a person who actually thinks that they're a Christian, but they're not. They don't even know that they're an unbeliever. So that usually happens when there's been bad teaching in their life. They've been told, you're a Christian because you got baptized. You're a Christian because you grew up in a Christian home. You're a Christian because you don't do these other bad things. And they think, oh, okay, well, that's what makes you a person a Christian, so that's how I know I'm a Christian. So they're not really being stubborn about it. They just think, okay, I'm in. I get to party on the weekends and get drunk, and I get to cuss and gossip at work, and I get to cheat on my taxes, and I get to look at pornography. And then on Sundays, I come to church and I sing with everybody else who I assume is also doing all that stuff, because we're all Christians, because I was told just go to a good church, get baptized, throw some money in the offering plate, boom, you're a Christian. So in a sense, it is their fault. Of course, they're going to be held responsible, but it's also the fault of whoever taught them that. Those are self-deceived Christians. And honestly, I think that's most of the fake Christians in our circles, in the South, are in that camp. Like if you ask them, are you a Christian? They would say yes. They're not lying. They actually think they are. And then you start showing them some verses in the Bible, and they actually get quite like, wait, what? And that's why it's our job to show them those verses, so that they can see that they're self-deceived. But then you get other Christians that are fake Christians, and they're fake on purpose. They're actually deliberately deceiving people. They're pretending to be a Christian, knowing that they're not. They don't have a relationship with the Lord. They don't even know what that means. They don't know what that looks like. But they do know that in Christian circles, there's acceptance. Often children do this. Children, they don't know what it means to know the Lord, but they know if they jump through certain hoops, parents think that they're Christian, things go better with them. Mom and Dad are proud of me that I'm a Christian. I'm not good at math, I'm not good at sport, but at least I'm good at church, that kind of thing. So there's pressure on kids to be fake Christians. There's, sometimes, this is something I've seen over and over in my ministry, a guy will join a church to get a girl.